Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at adding Squarespace pages and managing content. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just get started with creating a website first. So if this is your first time coming onto the Squarespace site, simply just create a site. Now you can sign up through a Google account, or you can sign up as well using your email and just creating a password through the platform itself. So the main focus, of course, of this video is just managing the content as well as adding different types of pages. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip through this and then create my site. So what I've done here is just created a template from scratch. Now, of course, feel free to use some of the templates that Squarespace has to offer as well. They have made quite a few different designs which might suit to your taste, just depending if you're running a brochure site or if you're going to run an e-commerce site. They do have multiple options. Now that we're on the actual dashboard of Squarespace itself, on your left side you'll see website. So you've got website, pages, styles and assets. You want to mainly just go to the pages part. Now once that opens up, you'll see here that my main navigation is shop, about, contact, as well as home. Anything that you put onto the main navigation, so let's just say for the home, if I drag this and drop it on here, you'll then see that the navigation changes and home now exists. So I've got home, shop, about, contact and cart. So any pages that you don't want linked, just drag it and drop it onto not linked. Now, of course, it is personal preference as to whether you want to have the home on the actual navigation menu, or if you're going to use the logo or text logo as your home button. Now this will automatically be a home button, so you don't need to do anything with it. Now when it comes to adding pages, on the top left here, just beside the navigation, you're going to have a plus option, as you can see there, add a new page to the main navigation group. So if you click on that, now here are our different options. So you have blank page, you've got page layouts, scheduling, blog, store, portfolio, events, videos, course, and so much more. The one that you mainly want to focus on, of course, is the blank page or page layouts. Now, if you do want to create sub pages for a specific area, let's just say we have a courses page, you can use the drop down. Now, that allows you to show more pages as it states, and it'll basically be a drop down once you hover over, let's just say, about. So I could have history, about the team, and so on. So it'll just show a little drop down just below that title. So to add a page in, simply just click on any of the pages that they have. As I say there, you could go ahead and choose a blank page, or you can go ahead and select a page layout. For the purpose of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and choose a page layout. They do have a few different options in terms of design. So make sure it's just consistent for each of the pages that you're going to be creating. So general, scheduling, about, all the way to terms of service. Now with these pages here, FAQs, privacy policy, and terms of service, you mainly have that in the footer, not showing on the navigation menu. So you would have to have that unlinked if you want to showcase your privacy policy and terms of service. Now with the rest of this, you do have, as I say, general, about. Let's just say if we were creating an about page, you could select some of the options that they have. What we mainly need is a team page. So what we could do is go ahead and select one of these. So let's just say, for example, the R team here looks pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. And now with the main navigation, it's now saying team 1. Now with that being said, you can go ahead and delete that and you could change the name. So you could just say R team, for example, and just select return. So one thing that you do have to note is you have to be careful when it comes to the SEO of the website. Make sure that the actual page name doesn't just say general 1, or it actually has a meta title and a meta description. The best way you could figure that out is clicking on the gear or the settings just below the page itself. So if you click on it, you'll see here that our general is page title there is our team. So just make sure that it does say our team. You've got your navigation title there, which makes sense, which is up here. Our URL slug, which is our team. And then, of course, to check out the SEO, just click on SEO in the far left. And you're seeing at the minute that it's called Team 1. This is why it's very important to just double check everything before you hit save on the website. So this is where we could just say our team, because it will show, of course, on the search engine results page. It does say optional, but I would recommend to make sure that you do it. And then, of course, add the SEO description as well. Now, social image, what that is basically if you're going to share this particular page on Facebook, it will come up with the particular image that you are showcasing. Let's just say if you don't have an uploaded image on Facebook and you're just uploading the link, then the alternate social sharing image will pop up. Then, of course, you've got your navigation. So you can show it on the header and you can show it in the footer. So depending if you want to have the page unlinked, you could just make sure it shows on the footer and not the header. Or you could simply just drag and drop and unlink the actual page itself. Once you're happy, go ahead and select save. So that there then saves your actual design or the SEO for the backend. Now I'm going to go ahead and just show you the drop-down page. Now these drop-down pages are very easy to use again. So if I just say our team. Now with this, unfortunately, we can't actually fully drag a page in. So let me just demonstrate that. Okay, looks like it's working again. Let me just double check. Okay, so yes, so you're able to drag a page in, as you can see. It was a little bit glitchy before, so now it is working. Now, yes, if you have created a existing page and you want to drag it as a sub page, then you could easily just drag and then drop. Then you'll see this little stalk here that lets you know that this is now part of this drop down navigation. So if you wanted to add a page, you could just click on add page and then select maybe a blog, let's just say, and that'll just direct it under our team. And of course, if you do want to take it out, you can. Just go back to the website, drag it out, and drop it in. And just get a blank page for now. Drag that out. And just like that, you've now dragged all of the items out. Now, if you did want to delete a page, it's simple enough. Just click on that gear setting, select delete drop down. Let's just say I wanted to delete the about page. No problem at all. It'll open up the page settings. It'll open up general. If you scroll down, you'll see delete page. Just go ahead and delete page. And now if you do want to check back at it again, you can. Just scroll down, you'll see trash, and you can go ahead and restore the pages that you've deleted, just in case you didn't want to delete them. So that pretty much is that when it comes to the actual pages itself. Very simple, very easy to use. Now what I'm going to show you is how to actually manage the content itself. So this is pretty straightforward. Let's just say you're wanting to customize a page. So we have our new page here. At the minute, it's an empty page, which is okay. On the top here, you'll see the edit button. If you go ahead and click on that. Now this will open up the editorial side of this website. Now I can go ahead and edit the header. I can add a section. Now, of course, adding a section is very important here. So we'll do that first. So let's just say that one. Now, anytime that I click on a block or an element, I'll always have the option or a little menu item on the top. So I can go ahead and edit that. I can go ahead and style the background. I can align vertically if I wanted to. I can pin that if I need to as well. So I can pin that in the middle. So that's now become a pinned item. Or I can unpin that, as you can see. I could duplicate that as well. or I could delete it. Now with the section itself, you can edit it out. Now for each section, it is going to be very different. Now for this one, you could see it's saying view layout. So if I click on that, there's a couple of different layouts that I could pick. One with a little scroller there. Got a couple here that's just a little bit different from what we've chosen. So I kind of like that wee scroller there, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then on top of this, I can go ahead and edit the section. So if I wanted to have, basically with the row count there, if you click on this and hold it, you'll see at the background, you'll have all these squares. That's the row count basically. And then what I could do is I can keep an open gap between each of the blocks. So at the minute, it's all spaced out. But if I wanted to keep everything very, very close together, I can as well. I would just click on this. So that squeezes everything a little bit more as well. Now, with that being said, you do have your different section styles here. So you can fill the screen if you want to. You can go ahead and change the height. So small, medium, large. Of course, it'll look a lot better if it was a gap. My preference usually is going to be small. Now, with all the items in here, I can go ahead and align it into the middle, or align it on the top or bottom. Now, there's an option here that says divider. This is a really cool option as well, because you can go ahead and divide all of your different sections. Now, if you wanted to make it dotted, you can. If I don't want to have that stroke, I could take it off. I can go ahead and change the style, so they've got different widths, different heights. I can flip it as well if I want to. I can change my alignment, so it's got that sort of wavy effect there, as you can see. And then I could do the shuffle settings. So if I wanted to just go through a couple of different styles, I can. So Squarespace is very, very playful when it comes to customizing your website design, and it does make it very, very easy for a beginner. So if you are choosing to build a brochure website or just something very, very simple, I would recommend Squarespace. You can use it, of course, for e-commerce as well. Again, won't have any issue with this if you were creating a shop page online. All of the different sections are customizable and they pretty much have everything. So that is pretty much how you would change the actual section or manage your content within a section. Now, one thing that I'm going to show you now is how to actually add some new elements in. So again, that's easy enough. On the top left there, you'll have an option that says add block. I want to go ahead and click on that. And then you'll have a couple of options here that says text, image, button, video, form, audio. These are all the different blocks that are available for the actual site itself. Or the section. So let's just say I want to create an FAQ. No problem. I could use an accordion. And then that means that, I could put a question in there. Anytime that I open up a block or element, I can go ahead and change the design. I can edit it. And then with that being said, so yes, that's basically where you could do the FAQs. And you can adjust it if need be as well. And then of course you can move the blocks also. So that's how easy it is to pretty much just change the content within a particular section. So guys, that pretty much reaches the end of the video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.